challenge. So today's question is letter combinations of a phone number. Okay, given a string containing digits from 2 to 9 inclusive, return all possible letter combinations that the number could represent. Okay, return the answer in any order. A mapping of digit to letters is given below, just like on telephone buttons. Note that 1 does not map to any letters. Okay, even 0. Okay, or let us look at the examples given 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3. If you press 2 and 3, what are the possible combinations? Okay, they are asking. It might be A and D, it might be AE, it might be AF, it can be BD, it can be BE, and it can be BF. So total here 3 possibilities, here 3 possibilities, so 3 into 3, total 9 possibilities. Okay, should occur. Okay, we have got the same A and D and C and all. So C and F. And when the digit is empty, we're going to get an empty. We have to return the empty vector. And for 2, there's 3 combinations: A and B and C. Okay, coming to the code, what I did is, okay, now I'm going to take a constant vector of strings. Okay, like it is representing this pad. What I did is, for each index, for the 0th index, I'm going to map all the possibility, like the possible string. For 0 there's an empty string, for 1 is also empty, for 2, so A and B and C. Now you will come to know why am I doing this in these steps. Okay, I had mapped all of these, like W, X, Y, Z, 4, 9 and all, 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the 9th index. Okay, now coming to the main code. Now what I do is, if the digits is empty, I'm going to return an empty vector. Okay, this represents an empty vector. Okay, now I'll declare a vector of string of result. Okay, now I'll push back an empty string. Okay, I'll tell you why am I doing this, because I am see, now we are having 2 and 3. We have pressed 2 and 3. First, what I will do is, I will write down all the possible strings. Like I'll write down all the possibilities when I pressed 2. Like these are A, B and C. Now I have encountered 3. What I will do is, I will operate on this string. Okay, like I'll operate on these characters or these strings. What I'll do, I'm going to add the characters which are possible which are possible when I press 3. Okay, now for A and B and C, this, now in my vector I have pushed A, B and C. So now what I will do is, now I have the vector. Now what I'll do is, I will also add, for A I'm going to add D, for A I'm going to add E, for A I'm going to add F. Similarly for B also, BD, BE and BF. Similarly for C also, CD, CE and CF. Okay, as I am operating on the previous character, like a previous vector which I'm going to have. So now what I have to do is, I have to push an empty string first as to operate on this. Like when I have an empty string, I'm going to, okay, I'll you will get to understand why am I doing this from here. Okay, now I'm going to explain the code. Look at the code once. Okay, now I'm going to take an example. Okay, first, this is a iterative solution. Okay, what I'll do is, I will traverse through the digits. Okay, I'll traverse through the string. Okay, now let us take the first example. Now the string is 2 and 3. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, for auto IT digits. Now I'm going to take a vector of a vector of string. Now, okay, what I'll do is, for auto IT1 pad of IT minus 0. Now I'll take an example. The string is, okay, I'll write it here. Let the string be 2, 3. Okay, for auto IT digits, now it will be pointing to this. Now IT will become 2. Okay, for auto IT1 pad of IT minus 0. Now what is happening is, pad of IT is 2 now. It's 2 minus 0. Now it becomes pad of 2. Okay, what is pad of 2? It is A, B and C. Okay, A, B, C. Got it? Now we are traversing to A, B, C. Now for auto S is result. So now you will get to know why I have pushed an empty string here. Okay, now for auto S is equal result. Now I am going to push. Now there is a temp, there is a empty string, like we have declared here the temp. For temp, I'm going to push S plus IT1. Now what is it1? It1 is a. Okay, now in my vector, this is the temp vector. I am going to have a. Now this is again going to, like s is completed, we have only one string, empty string. Now it comes here, now it becomes b. Now it1 points to b. Now I'm going to push b into my vector. Now it1 points to c. Okay, now I'm going to push c into my vector. Now after this, okay, this both will, like this execution of this loop is completed, this two loops completed. Now result will be swapped with temp. Okay, now what is happening? Now temp becomes an empty vector and result becomes a comma, okay, a comma, okay, let me take string a comma b comma c. Okay, got it. Now a is completed. Now we have encountered 3 here. Okay, now it is pointing to 3. Vector of string of temp, again the temp, we have declared temp, it's an empty string. Okay, what is happening for it1? Pad of it minus 0. Now pad of 3 minus 0. Now what it becomes? Pad of 3. It becomes pad of 3. Now it is pad of 3. What is pad of 3? It is D, E and F. Now we have got D, E and F. Now we will iterate through this, like for our choice it is result. Okay, for the result we are going to iterate through A, B and C. For each of A, B and C we are going to add D, E and F. Okay, first, okay, we are going to add D, E and F. it1, now here it1 it is going to point to D. Now what the result becomes? Okay, now temp, what temp it becomes? S plus. Okay, now in the result, now A and D, okay, I'm going to write it. Now what the temp becomes is, okay, we are traversing through the result now, A and D. Okay, and again we are going to push it1 for the result one, so it's going to become B and D. Okay, okay, now it's going to become C and D. Now it will be pointing to E and F. Now it1 will be pointing to E. Now S is also pointing, now S is pointing to B. Similarly we are going to get B and D. We are going to get okay, no, sorry, B and D is already completed. We are going to get A and E. Okay, A and D. Now we are going to get B and D. We are going to get C and D. Now we are going to get D, E is completed now, A and F. Now we are going to get B and F. Now we are going to get C and F. Okay, now the loop is completed. Both of the loops, execution of both of loops completed. Now temp will be swapped with the result. Now this temp will become the result. Okay, and as the digits are completed, the whole loop will, execution of the whole loop will be completed and the result will be returned. This is the code. I think you must have understood what is the basic idea. What I'm doing is I'm operating on the previous result, and whenever I'm encountering the next digit, I'm going to operate, like I'm going to add each and every character of the present string with the previous string, like previous string which we have got. Okay, this is the basic idea. Hope you like this video. Okay, now I'm going to run this code. Okay, I will submit it. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you.